I have never known customers to lay people off. They're probably left through attrition, but they've usually wanted more work to keep the machine going. The people have probably had to change jobs and do other things.
But they're not printers anymore, are they?
No, they're not printers, but they're still got jobs. I will need people to look after this equipment. As in the old days, when there used to be men coming around with the ice boxes. That's no longer needed, but now there's men needed to fix refrigerators.
That's right.
So it's a change in technology.
It's unbelievable. I wonder how our illustrious your labor union is going to deal with this.
We've been aware of this problem for many years, and we have dealt with it. When our members were displaced through technological change, we were able to retrain them into the new methods and the new equipment that has been introduced into the industry. If it was necessary for the local, in order to protect the members' jobs and their wages and conditions, if it became necessary, then the membership at that time would decide to strike. We haven't found it necessary since 1922.
I think the profit sharing is going to make everybody
We're gonna have
happy.
to
That's
get
for
dinner.
sure.
I don't get the dinner now.
Oh yeah, well,
Am I invited or do I have to pay?
yeah. If you don't mind eating Puerto Rican food, it's all right.
Yeah, we're having a feast.
Yeah,
We're having a
roasting the
feast.
pig.
You guys,
Yeah.
it was your
They're gonna have
idea.
it before Easter. I said, no good.
My idea. We go to an Italian restaurant for my idea.
But
But we're
they're
having
good cooks over there. At
Yeah,
Garcia's,
he's all right.
they're gonna roast the whole pig to celebrate getting the profit sharing. We're having a feast. He's gonna roast the whole pig. He's gonna have make all the specialties, pasteles and green
those are
bananas
nice. Those are
and sweet potatoes and Spanish wine and everything like that.
The profit sharing, that was a primary concern of the men. They wanted that money. So that was given top priority in the negotiations by all the men. They all wanted it. So in giving that top priority, the union and the committee, was successful in getting the company to approve to give everybody their profit sharing money. And if it wasn't for the union, they wouldn't have gotten it.
Oh, there he is. Here's a pig. Look at this. Hey, beautiful. Look at that. Looks like Leo.
Nos paramos todos. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up.
Big English. Everybody get a glass. Everybody get some wine.
Yes, sir, Herb Alexander. Without him, this could never have been about. They're celebrating the money that they got from the profit sharing.
And what is the profit sharing?
The profit sharing was they worked for so many years, they got a percentage of whatever they made on their regular salary. And then when they were ready to retire or whatever, now that they were in union, then naturally they got their money. Everybody got their money and everybody's happy.
What does the union have to do with it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
As a union representative, we had to negotiate for the money. I think what this case to me is we had to negotiate for the money. Let's not forget. Right. It's true.
Well, the profit sharing.
Profit sharing was the thing. If we didn't get that, we would have been hung, and there would have been trouble.
Yeah, but they couldn't.
See, everyone knew that.
They couldn't take.
Well,
the
they could
profit.
have done a few things with it, but we knew that was something that we had to come out of there with. Everything else, we knew that there would be dissatisfaction, but there wouldn't be any trouble.
I'm telling you, if you guys stick to your guns, then we get it. And
It's who are we? There are 3 people in there.
What's the thing?
Who is going to back us up?
We did.
You think so?
I think we did.
The company looks at the vote 90-10. They say these guys are only interested in one thing, the profit sharing. That's it.
No.
If we don't give them the profit sharing, they'll walk out of here. But anything else, they're not gonna fight about. That's what the company said. That's what the union believed.
That's what the company said.
They believed this.
That's
So they didn't give us anything more than they had to give us.
Because they were brainwashed. They were smart.
They believed it.
They believe it.
They would fight.
But still,
You were gonna go out
if
and
you
fight on
wasn't
a picket
there,
line?
we could.
You were gonna go out on a picket line
I
for
would.
cost of living?
Yes, I would.
You're not the majority then. Well, I agree
But
with
you
you.
don't know.
I
Harvey.
agree with you.
How the hell you know?
I had to make a decision.
But you don't know.
But I had to make a
You
decision.
don't know.
But I had
You
to make
don't
a
know.
judgment. No,
You
I don't
in
know.
the boat.
There was 50 things that we were fighting about in there. 50 things.
I don't care what it is, but that's a
The pension, the cost of living.
That's a point.
I
That's
agree
one of the
with
major point. That's
I
one
agree
of the
with
major
you.
points.
I have to agree with you.
That's one of the major points.
Why didn't I hear anything from anybody when I was in there?
Because
Nobody
you know,
was concerned at that time.
we delegate you guys to there, so we figure out that you know all the roads.
I had to make a judgment, and the
Have a
other two
meeting.
guys in there had to make a judgment
But we never made
about
a
the
meeting.
will. Listen to me.
See, no,
It
no.
was not the same
Never
situation. then.
was a meeting. Never was a meeting.
No.
In the
There
union,
wasn't.
all concerned show.
No, there wasn't.
Close.
I didn't hear. You didn't come and talk to me once.
I could.
Why
Because-
not?
Why?
I was
went
always
with
there
person.
every day.
I went with
You would have
person.
come and yelled at me like this. I
That
might have
was
thought
one
differently.
person.
That's you're one person today.
So one
I'm
person.
listening to you, and I think you're right.
We're living under a sweetheart contract for 3 years, and it's not easy. I mean, every day you go to work and you work hard and you earn your money and you're not keeping up with inflation and you don't feel you're getting the remuneration that you expect and you think you deserve. And people are very tense over this kind of thing. And we got our profit-sharing money, and that satisfied people for a while. But now it's springtime. You know, we would have gotten our raises May 1st, and we have to wait till July.
They're all assuming that when we join, supposedly, nothing would change. Everything would be continued on. Whatever benefits they had, we'd get. But it won't happen. We won't have full coverage contract-wise until 1982.
I don't remember talking to any party about benefits and non-benefit things in the union. But when you turn around and you go to a hospital and you find out now that you got to end up paying a bill that wasn't paid before, it's not shocking, but it's not surprise either. I mean, unions are good, like I mentioned it one time before. In one way, and in another way, they can be favored. They can really be bad.
I believe that right today, if you took a vote about having the union in or out, the union wouldn't be there, because I believe they'd be voted out.
It's a lot of different moods, a lot of different opinions, a lot of grievances that men complain, and they say, well, I had this before and I don't have it now. Says, what good is the union?
For me, I feel a lot more comfortable with this contract, you know, as much as it's hurting me, because it is hurting me financially, there's no question about it. You know, I feel more comfortable with it. And of course I know that this job, I mean, I don't work for Sandy Alexander anymore in my mind. I work for Local 1, you know, and that's a good feeling too, because nobody's gonna stick it to me over there, and I'm, you know, without me going somewhere else and getting comparable or better benefits.
The union isn't going to create a better person in the sense of him doing a better job. All he's doing, all the union is doing, is guaranteeing, to a certain extent, that you're going to get a living scale without a lot of aggravation. Because a man on his own has got to go out and talk to the boss and talk to this one and bow down to most everything in order to get a halfway decent scale. Bring it in the union, and it's costing us dearly right now. Why,